should the Minnesota Vikings already proclaim JJ McCarthy a bust and move on after this season? I'm going to talk about that and more on today's podcast. But first, I need to tell you about Zero Res Carpet Cleaning, because right now they are offering 3 carpets cleaned for only $139. What better way to get your home ready for the holidays than a Zero Res carpet cleaning? 3 carpets cleaned, $139, a 30-day love it or they'll come back guarantee. Go to zeroresminnesota.com to get your carpet cleaning done today and tell them you heard about it from The Brawl with Tim Paul to take advantage of this special deal. Zero Res, spell it forwards or backwards, it spells the same. Will Minnesota Vikings quarterback JJ McCarthy get any better? Well, I have good news. He certainly can't get any worse. He's only had one game where he's had a completion percentage higher than 60%. I will personally admit, I have been very critical of McCarthy. I've called him a disaster because that's what the eye test tells me. And the statistics will defend that opinion. Statistically, he's been worse than Dylan Gabriel, Justin Fields, and Cam Ward. Statistically, McCarthy is the worst quarterback in the NFL this season. So the good news is, it certainly can't get any worse, could it? What I'm not going to do is come on this podcast and say that McCarthy's looked sharp, smooth, together, with it, composed, when he's really lacked all of those things this season. He's had a few nice comfort behind victories, a few nice throws. But in totality, McCarthy has looked like hot garbage this season. However, I've never once called McCarthy a bust. I've never once said that it was over for him. I've never said that the Vikings should move on after this season. In fact, I've called McCarthy unbustable because I think he has the desire to get better and the attitude to persevere through these difficult seasons. The player I believe JJ McCarthy will become is Alex Smith, and their numbers are eerily similar. When Alex Smith was 22 years old, the age JJ McCarthy is now, he completed 58% of his passes and threw for 16 touchdowns and 16 interceptions. And McCarthy is going to finish with similar numbers. JJ McCarthy has been an NFL bottom feeder. His misses are the worst kind of misses that you could ever imagine. But the good news is, it can only go up from here. The good news about one of the worst days ever is that it certainly can't get any worse. And that's been McCarthy's season. It can't get any worse, so it will only get better. I believe McCarthy deserves a lot of criticism, but I believe there's someone else that deserves more criticism, and his name is Kevin O'Connell. And the reason being is this: McCarthy's mechanical problem didn't just pop up overnight like a bad dream. This has been a thing since his days at Michigan. And Kevin O'Connell thought he could fix McCarthy before the season started, and he hasn't been able to do it. McCarthy's mechanics have been an instilled habit that he hasn't been able to break because he's been doing it for years. And as Kevin O'Connell has said, we're waiting for the cement to dry. Picture the Vikings organization like a Fortune 500 company. All of the pieces are in place. The thing is a juggernaut, but then the Fortune 500 company decided to hire a man out of college who took a year off after graduation to be their CEO. That thing is going to be disastrous. And that is the Vikings situation. The Vikings organization right now is a juggernaut, but the CEO, JJ McCarthy, is not ready to steer the ship. The one thing that could save Kevin O'Connell's butt is this. This season is over. And now it's all about McCarthy's development. You can forget trying to make the playoffs because it's over. If McCarthy plays well next season, we will point back to this season and call it necessary developmental growing pains. We will look back and say, in order for McCarthy to be the good quarterback that he is now, he needed to go through a season of hell. But that's a big if, because McCarthy doesn't have a step to take. He has 5 or 6 leaps to take. This isn't a situation where McCarthy just has to improve this tiny little thing and he'll be the guy. He needs to take massive jumps to become the franchise quarterback the Vikings drafted him to be. JJ McCarthy needs to go from one of the worst smelling porta potties ever, oh man, to a 5-star Marriott bathroom. That's going to be tough, and it's going to take a lot of changes, but I'm not counting him out on becoming that player. Have I been critical? Absolutely. Have you seen his season? But I also have the big picture in my head. He could become that guy. It's not over. If you need a bathroom remodel, you need to contact 5-Star Bath Solutions of Minneapolis because they do the best full bathroom remodels and in only 48 hours. We had them come over to our house and they transformed our full bathroom into a masterpiece in 48 hours. It was a thing of beauty. Contact 5-Star Bath Solutions of Minneapolis if you want your bathroom masterpiece. They took our old disgusting moldy bathroom and transformed it. New floor, countertops, vanity. We went from a single to a double sink, mirror, bathtub, shower. All of that was transformed and remodeled in 48 hours by 5-Star Bath Solutions of Minneapolis. Affordable transformations, beautiful solutions.